PRO Esports. So this is, with all due fairness, a good adjustment coming up from PRO Esports. Okay.
Ooh.
Now,
Guinevere in the roam. How do you feel about this?
Is it in the roam? Because it could be jungle Gwyn.
No, yeah, it is.
And then Gold Paquito. All right, I gotta say, the first 4 picks of Onic, really good. The last pick, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that it's beyond my understanding. This is more of an Onic thing, right? Carl TZ, when he went back in the Philippines, he went live and he practically lost his brain on how there is no late game insurance for the teams, but yet they keep on winning. And this will definitely grind Carl TZ's gears if he sees this composition. No marksman, no late game, purely early to the mid. It's really strong though in that stage of the game. And my God, do they have stuns.
What is early game? What even is MLBB today? Just non-position of Onic and you'll see it. Aggressive trading to start things off in the middle. Kibo and Sans. This Belleric and this Valentina together against the Minotaur and Juicin. I'm sort of feeling though like that Valentina also came out somewhat blind, but they knew most likely. I have the strong feeling that they knew that the Minotaur was just coming out. It would have answered their lineup really well. Now theoretically, just looking at looking at the best heroes in the room, now you can get yourself a good old nice Minoan Fury. You can just pop off at any time that you want, countering the dive and the engagements a pro wants to do, creating a little bit more space. Maybe this Guinevere, with all the crowd control now that they have for the roam mid trio, maybe it's really just like all utility. Like it's just a knock-up machine. It's a keep myself alive so I can get objectives machine. And then it's really just all for Kelra and Lutpi. This is a lineup maybe for the side laners to thrive.
I think the misconception about the Guinevere is that it doesn't have the damage, but in the early stages and on the right targets, actually, if you knock up the right person and you have the right people around you, right heroes around you, you can actually easily take out targets, even when they're tanky enough. As long as you target someone that does not have MR and chose to go for the armor, even when it's like a roamer or if it's an XP lane, you can actually take it out. And of course, traditional assassins and mages are food for you. So do not be deceived. This lineup coming out from Onic has a lot of damage, but more so in the early stages.
Oof. Oh my. That got paused in the middle of the fight as the ultimate of the Valentina cosplaying as a Minotaur. Fallen, and there are. Kyrie gets the turtle. Coiley's the one who gets taken out here by Onic. And another death as welcome. Lutpi on point, still with the Barretts. Takes down the Minotaur. Sharp execution by Onic to start things off.
Now they will collect more. Taking away the jungle of PRO Esports. Lutpi, because of the big guy passive, actually puts this grabber very low. And no matter who gets those 2 jungle creeps, it's okay for Onic, because what matters is that it's taken away from the Nolan, which we know has to snowball as well. The death on the Nolan is going to be problematic. Kelra tanks the torn apart memory like a boss out there. They're going to survive this Brody lane. And everything is looking really good for Onic. Oh, man. Talk about meta game. Talk about early game. Onic just have PRO Esports number this time.
Goes in. Gets destroyed by Kelra and Kiboy up top. That warranted the use of the Wrath of the Dryad and the Flicker as well from Kiboy so that they can take the Brody by surprise. Already the bottom, sorry, I'm Felix struggling against Lutpi and Kyrie together. And you talked about it, where people often underestimate the damage that can be dished out by a Guinevere. Well, the Guinevere has a great early game and it starts getting the concentrated energy real quickly. And then it can go ahead and get that Winter Crown combo with it too. If we're really running it back to the peak of Guinevere from just a few months ago, then yeah, watch out for that. Pro Esports have to find a way to level things out, and it's tricky. You try to dive the Paquito, it will survive and deal damage while taking down with you most likely, or he just gets away. Kyrie finds a jump and the burst and the combo. Majority of that health bar went down in the hands of the Guinevere, while it was the Paquito that finished it off. Look at the damage on the Kozen. This does not look good by 4 Pro. Onic is winning everything.
Yeah. Oh, Keyboy, out of nowhere! Oh my goodness! And they have taken out Kozen. Where did Keyboy come from? We did not see it because the camera wasn't focused on that one, but that was definitely a surprise for Kozen. From the back, a giant tree sneaks up on you. I don't know what you're gonna do with it too.
What is this meta? How are big dinosaurs and a massive tree sneaking up on people? Keyboy walked through the elbows, it looks like, and there's another death on this welcome committed there by Lupi, not even using the flicker. The full-on combo onto one. They take out the Uranus, but the slow creeping tide of a snowball from Onic looks unstoppable as Kozen is stuck under tower. BB's gonna try to help him. He commits a flicker to get out. Saz does have the ultimate of the Minotaur, but they're happy with that. They'll get the tower and push the Brody back.
And they're even slowly taking it so that Kozen will spend even more time and deny 2 minions away from him. Onic just taking everything away from Pro Esports. 5,000 gold lead at this point. Gonna be fishing for more kills up top or even a push, but look at Kyrie. Kyrie fights Coily. Actually misses the spatial migration, so it has to back off for now.
Yeah.
But Lupi, oh, the sneaky dinosaur, not gonna land. All right, Coily actually notices it.
Yeah, good read. Sorry. Oh, counter finds Kozen again off cam up top. The snowball continues. Onic are relentless out of the box, but this is the box we find ourselves in now.
Yeah.
With Paquitos, fighters. There's so many names that you could call this meta, but right now this is just busted. Look at this! Detonus, welcome into the spatial migration Violet Requiem! This is a demolished job by Onic, and Lutpi gets away with a flicker!
What a pass! Coming out from Lutpi. The alley-oop, the lob to Kyrie. And that looks so seamless coming out from Onic, and it's just 6 minutes and 33 seconds. At some point, Onic, you gotta stop. They're already dead. However, Renmar, this is the composition that they built. This is exactly what they wanted to achieve, and they're doing and executing perfectly. And I think that even with this kind of lead, Onic has to play like this, because otherwise they will lose in the latter portions of the game where the pro team will be a problem to them. So if anything, Onic are just playing correctly this game, and they have understood that this is how you should play MLBB right now. Just be aggressive and just snowball out of control.
Is it time to call it the snowball meta? What do we call it? It was the unstable meta, but things are slowly starting to stabilize. But then it also feels like it's really just dependent on what team you're up against, what kind of team you're up against, the personnel, because we've seen lineups like these from Onic and other teams crumble against similar ideas to the lineup that Pro is playing. But you cannot deny the fact. Bigger and better wins in the early to mid games mean a high possibility of you winning the game that you find yourself in. Oh, fight breaks off. Uses the Violet Requiem to punish PP. Sans uses the Minotaur ultimate as he goes away for defensive utility. Sa gets taken down. 2 members of Pro are gone, and Onic continue to steamroll as they then commit. He conceal play and make your boy with a flicker, forcing out the flicker. Of course, then that was a flicker plus a wrap of the Dryad. Pro Esports, you just watch. Sorian Felix is knocked up and gets comboed, but he uses the Purify to get out of it, and the second skill to dash out under his tower.
Wow. Imagine you're a Minotaur, you're confident that you're tanky, you see a Guinevere, you're trying to chase that Guinevere down. All of a sudden, Kyrie turns on you and actually kills you from 100 to 0. That is number one, how deceptive a Guinevere can be. Number two, how big the lead was for Onic compared to Pro Esports, that a Guinevere can put a Minotaur from 100 to 0 in a snap. And also number three, how the meta is being shaped by all these early game heroes. A Minotaur that has a slow ramp, very tanky at first, but then gets slower because of the Flask of the Oasis priority of PvP as they initiate once again.
They find him, Kiboy. Wrath of Dryad split Pro Esports apart in that team fight. A member of Pro is not going to go down, but Onic do not lose anyone either. Well handled by Pro Esports. Taking into account everything that could have gone wrong there, you're able to stay alive. Kari missed the spatial migration jump. The basic attack gets tracked onto Coily, but he's able to just run out of there. Onic have pushed Pro Esports out from Lord contention. 8k gold lead, it's way too much and way too risky for them to fully contest this.
Yeah. It will take just one Barretts to fend off the entirety of Pro Esports, and Suns with the threat of the Minoan Fury. He copied. Kyrie even pops the ultimate for extra down. What?
Huh?
Kelly just took out Coily.
He just knocked him out. Right off of our screen and back into the respawn point. This is some quick work that Onic is able to pull off. Double fighters, but it's just all pain. Oh, Ludpi misses the detonus welcome there. But that's going to be a punish right off the bat. Spatial migration again. But the response by PPP, he gets to launch off of the Minoan Fury. Here comes Scoura from behind and a knockback. I believe that's also from Sans this time, stealing the ultimate off the Minotaur. Goes and falls. Two members of Pro are gone, and Onic continue this onslaught.
Oh, they are indeed continuing. Carry when forcing Soria and Felix out, but that's a Uranus. So Uranus survives, but Holy Shields will be taken out. The turret up top will be taken out as well. Kelvin is low, but he put Coily low first. Coily has to run away. No damage from Pro Esports to follow it up with, especially with Kozen being taken out early into that fight. Right now, not available. Sans and Kyrie and Keyboy are pushing in the middle. They don't have a marksman, so it will not be as fast, but they do have the power of the big minions on their side. Taking inhibitor turrets at 11 minutes of game time.
Onic with the big guy Barretts, with their big minions, proving the age-old adage that size does matter. Size of your fists, size of your damage. There's no way for me to recover. The size of your dinosaur, the bigger it is, the better the result. In MLBB.
In MLBB?
Yeah. Onic! I cannot... unfortunately for Pro, it's really difficult to see a comeback angle from this. How, like, just running it down, even if they get to take out one, there's so many things that they have to deal with. It's not even, like, instant. It just creeps up on you like, oh my god! Ludpi from downtown with a detonous welcome. I never thought I'd utter those words. Kiboy from the back, Wrath of Dryad. Kozen does not get caught. He gets taunted by a little bit. He gets zoned out. Pro have lost one. Onic still have 5, and Pro have no answer.
No! Sun's being taken out, but my oh my, Ludpi, how do it? Well, he doesn't have the big guy passive, so he probably was not noticeable. But then again, he didn't even have to pop his flicker at that moment.
Nope.
All he had to do was
the distance.
I guess it's mastery for the Barretts. I think that Barretts players, the pro players that we have, they play maybe the Barretts on screams maybe 8 times in a day. At least. So that means that you know what distance you can cover from one bush to another. So that kind of tells you, because just the distance of the Daytona's welcome, you have a little bit extra because of how big the model of the patch now together with Hirara.
Oh, Barretts. He's back. Wait until people start trying to bring back X-Borg or something. I don't know, but let's see. 14-2 in the kill score. More than 11,000 in the gold lead for Onic. It would take a miracle for Pro. But Coily has been able to make miracles all throughout MSA. Might pull it off here today. Look where Keyboy is. Deep into the back. Maybe to potentially force a reaction or maybe a massive conceal play. He'll get flicker back in 6, carry with the knockup. They find one. The burst damage from the Nolan, the knockup as well this time from PPP, but they get knocked up by the Lord, and it actually helps Kyrie. The knockup as well by Sans, but that's a shutdown on the Ludwig by Coily. They lose Kozin. It's 2 for 1. And that's a lead for Onic. They've lost Felix, they've lost Kozin, and they're about to lose their Minotaur. The knockout strike from the Paquito Pro tried to hold, but Onic were relentless. Too slow, it's Onic time. Too fast for Pro to handle the sweep.
When we said that this composition is good in the early game, well, I think that is enough of a testament, that kind of performance, I mean, from